sitting outside thinking about it because I did watch the new Knives Out. Wake Up Dead Man is out, and it is a movie I've been anticipating this year, and I don't want to put it in my top 10 list of top 10 best until I saw this movie, because Rian Johnson is one of my favorite directors slash writers. I love his work. The only movie I actually haven't loved of his is Glass Onion, so I didn't really love Glass Onion that much, but I adore the first Knives Out so much. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, and I love Looper, I love The Last Jedi, I love I haven't seen Brick in a long time, but like I need to rewatch it. But for the most part, I've enjoyed how he approaches characters. And to me, I think Wake Up Dead Man is the most unique of the Knives Out films, in my opinion. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it is definitely a great entry in the franchise, because I think that what Wake Up Dead Man does is that it does a good job at exploring the conversation and philosophies behind what the characters are ultimately having to deal with in terms of spirituality and religion. So I like that it is tackling that conversation wrapped up in a murder mystery, but the movie does take its time to build up to it, and I appreciate that. It's differently paced than the first two films, less zany, a lot darker, a lot more almost horrific at times in its imagery, and it does play with horror elements a little more, that in a way that really worked for me and really worked for the somber nature of what this film has. I do think it's still hilarious, but it's more darker sense of humor works for me, because it's more my sense of humor for a story like this. And I thought a lot of the moments where comedic beats are supposed to shine through worked without taking away from the tension. And not only that, the mystery made a lot of sense in terms of just how it unfolded, but also it kept you on your toes. It keeps me guessing. And I thought I really appreciated that angle of this movie. I thought Wake Up Dead Man did a great job at developing a mystery and making us actually guess who is doing the thing that is possibly done in this. And you know, the Knives Out is a murder mystery typically, and I like that here is one that we get a lot of time with the characters before we even get to the mystery angle of it. So when the mystery finally happens, you're even more engrossed, and you're really along for the journey in that. And I like how this movie has a couple of guesses that totally make sense, but it keeps you on your toes at the end of the day. Like, I was at a point guessing everyone, because I was just like, I don't know. Like, I'm genuinely being thrown back and forth on what could it be. And ultimately, I still think it works as a character piece as well, because I think Wake Up Dead Man had a lot to say about religion and the debates behind it, and whether people have compassion or not, regardless of religion and faith. I like how here Benoit Blanc, who is a pronounced, in this movie literally says he's a proud heretic, he's a proud atheist in that sense, or maybe it's agnostic, but either way, he does not believe, and this is very clear. And I like that here. It is an interesting point where he still has so much compassion for the main lead, who wants to be a priest and wants to do the right thing. And I thought he had a lot to chew on as a character as well. I just thought all of that really worked for making a movie that felt like a proper sequel to Knives Out, while still retaining heart and soul with the characters, but also really being intense with its mystery. There are a lot of moments that did make me feel really sad for the main characters and what they had to go through, and also sad for the mystery overall, for certain things going down in terms of where Benoit Blanc is coming in with it. And also, I just thought the mystery around the characters was really fascinating. I thought there's a lot of moments where certain characters are very detestable and despicable and very much falling for the bullshit of someone else. And I thought people like Josh Brolin, for example, are just so good and riveting. And I don't want to get too much into it because it'll spoil what the mystery is, but I think going into this movie blind is the best way to do it. I didn't even watch trailers for Wake Up Dead Man. I just knew it was a Knives Out movie written by Rian Johnson, and I wanted to see it, and it delivered. I really enjoyed this one. I thought it was a marked, huge improvement over Glass Onion. I thought it was a great mystery, a really solid one. It's a nice slow burn, but the more I thought about it over the last day, I've just liked it more and more, and I think you should really check it out if you haven't gotten a chance, guys. Wake Up Dead Man, it is a great movie. I really enjoyed it. It is an awesome mystery, a little more unique than the other Knives Out films, but I still really enjoyed it. I think the first one's still my favorite of the series, but this one comes to a close second. I really dug it. What did you guys think of Wake Up Dead Man? What do you think of the Knives Out movies overall? Do you like Rian Johnson as a filmmaker? Thanks so much for watching the Scotty Brain Reviews. I will see you next time.